Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon and greetings from Malaysia to all the Japanese and to our colleagues from Malaysia also similar greetings. It's nice to see all of you and thank you very much Sasaki-san for your introductory remarks. We appreciate that and also the gestures the Japanese government has done to Malaysia in this. So after welcoming you to the second MAJECA JAMECA webinar, we were looking at how best we can still continue to maintain relations between Jamaica and MAJECA. Although last year we couldn't have our own bilateral meeting, the 46th meeting of the annual conference. And this time, the second webinar is actually on digital creative content sector in which Malaysia and Japan can collaborate very strongly. And it is the aim of MAJECA and Jamaica that via such webinars, we will be able to encourage some of our newfound interest and members participating in this so that we can continue our activities compared to what Sasaki-san mentioned in 1976 when Mr. Fukuda as well as Tun Husainon from Malaysia created this MAJECA Jamaica relationship. Now, as a result of the pandemic, we are also on virtual platform now, everybody, no physical. Consumer habits have tremendously changed and live events have dropped to the bare minimum. And then we find that the virtual content has become very, very extensive. And this is the future to go, even if the pandemic is overcome. But I think the setup that has been made will continue into the future. Traditional TV, subscription video on demand, revenue is projected to surpass box office and is projected to surge going forward. So the money is really in the virtual and the digital content area. The sector of digital content creation is an up and coming industry that has unlocked its value as a result of digitalization and Industrial Revolution 4.0. So the rapidly maturing digital creative industry, which include amongst others, animation, movies, and video games, is providing the next business drive or the driver for growth. And I'm very happy to see that quite a number of you are involved in this from Japan as well as in Malaysia. And I hope the 300 odd people who are following will be able to benefit from your presentations. According to our supporting organizer, MDEC, Malaysia Digital Economy Corporation, in 2018, the Malaysian digital content market brought in about 7.9 billion in terms of Malaysian ringgit. That's roughly about 2 billion in the US, according to the present conversion. And 1.2 billion of this is in export sales. And that shows that Malaysia has put a footprint on this digital economy front. And also it is not only for Malaysia, but is able to export it outside. And with this collaboration that we are having, probably we will be able to increase this much, much better, particularly with Japanese collaboration. In 2019, Malaysian animation IPs dominated the box office with household names. I think there are many names. I think if you look at Japan, Japan was 20, 30, 40 years ago, was the leader, but Malaysia took on some new what we call characters, and these have become movie making for the year and in 2020. The combined receipts is not very big to talk about 90 million Malaysian ringgit, but at least it shows the initiation of this and they probably have more. Malaysia also featured a growing footprint in worldwide hit video games. I think video games is very, very popular, and then a lot of the children now are actually hooked into these video games because of the COVID and the lockdown, and then work from the home, and the children will have to find their own interest in this. So the Malaysian games industry has more than 330 studios. This is what we get from the information given by MDEC, which provides employment for more than 10,000 individuals. And this is likely to continue. And Mr. Mohan, I think he will be talking to us from MDEC how this is going to be increased in the future. The Malaysian government aims to further the expansion of this sector and have a budget allocation that has been given, 225 million for arts, culture and entertainment, and even event industries under the National Economic Regeneration Program. And also we have some other budget allocations for the digital content. And all these are happening as a result of the pandemic. Pandemic is not all wrong and cannot be done, but it is pointing to a new direction. And in this new direction, the digital content creation and also reaching out through the virtual platform is going to be very, very significant. And fellow participants, about 300 of you following, I encourage you to consider the potential business applications and opportunities in this expanding digital creative content. The organizers, particularly Sasaki-san and from Jamaica, and MAJECA, I think Sufan and Florence have been putting together the effort, and we have had very good support from MATRADE. I think Nikman is here with us, and MDEC, and I mentioned Mohan about that, and also DCAJ and VIPO and PIKOM, all these people have contributed. And of course, Sasaki-san has mentioned about the Japanese people who are participating in this, in the presentations. So with that, I thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I wish you all success, and hopefully this will be the beginning for us to go forward in 2021 and beyond. Thank you very much.